First question, yes, I think we should be able to create a base to prepare somehow the path for the long possible life of the documentary distribution. Of course, it's tough, and we never know how to do it because it really depends on documentary by documentary. There's not a receipt, so you have to invent all the time a new path, and you have to do your best, and it means a lot of energy, and so that's why sometimes we say, okay, this is a very good movies, but it's too difficult to prepare this long path to bring it to the audience at the end of it. So the help of the producers would be welcomed. Not always happens, and in my experience, I think it's changing the thing. And thanks also, I imagine, to the funds. I suppose the international funds that somehow, as far as I know, they try to ask also at that stage of funding to have an idea of the audience, to prepare to have an idea of the audience from the very beginning. I think it's thanks to the fundings, international ones, that the approach is changing. In Italy, especially if we are not talking about international co-productions, so it's less and less. And sometimes also here, when I meet producers or in a situation like this one, I try also to ask them to think of something like apparently like little, but that can help, like the soundtrack. I say, you've not thought of the soundtrack yet. Try to imagine maybe the name of someone that can help, or like a talent, a voice, one person that can be attached to your for sensitivity for something to your project for the very beginning, and so that can help at the end us. So no, it's not easy in terms of money. Internationally, now the project that I acquired from Europe now, you have to advance all the expenses. When we come to Italy, I usually now, after a long experience, I ask for money. In the sense that I ask for the money for the tours. Why? Because all the directors want to travel everywhere in Italy. Even if they are not like Garrone or the other one. Well, then we have to discuss with the exhibitors. And the exhibitors said, I don't want to pay the hotel, the dinner, and the train for your director. And it doesn't change a lot because not all the directors. So now, I started last year, I asked the producer, please, let's share. You have to put the money for the trains, for the hotel, because I don't want to force the exhibitor to pay, and I don't want to pay if I don't find it necessary. So, no, and this is my approach so far, so I don't know.
So the producer is paying for the ego of the director.
Exactly.
Something new.
Exactly.
Yes. We can call our relationship with distribution is love and hate relationship. Because Rai Documentari is a direction in public television since 2021. So we do co-production and pre-sales for television. So we have a problem first. We have an internal struggle to put 19 hours, 100 hours per year in television. So it's a real struggle because prime time is for TV show or films. They don't like very much documentaries. At the same time, we have daytime, late night spaces. Okay. The problem is to have an honest deal with producer and distributor. Because we have an agree, I work a lot, I'm not only a player, I work a lot to give an idea, a narrative idea, an editorial line to the documentary I have to broadcast. So many times they give me the documentary and they say, oh, please, the cousin of the father of my friend who have a little sorry affair with a policeman in Berlin, who is a friend of a Berlinale selector, tell me they love the film. Please, wait 6 months to broadcast the film. It's not possible because you give me the film, I work to find the space, and once you give me the film, the rights are mine. In the right, the want to give this rights 6 months waiting for Berlinale is not sure. So, my first question when I found a project, a film, is tell me you're really, don't tell me when your film is finished, because you have a festival strategy, you have maybe a theatrical strategy, and that strategy help the broadcast. But you need to be serious with me, because if you tell me September, it must be September. This year, Festa di Roma del Cinema ruined my idea, because I have 10 documentaries, and I do my list, screening of Festa del Cinema with journalists and big screen, and then 2 years later, I'm ready to broadcast the film. And then, no, please, we want to do 2 days in cinema. So my winter is done. So I think we must work to a big deal, because
Can I interrupt
it's
you?
Yes, it's so simple for me to say no. I don't care about Berlinale. I don't care. I work for television. Give me this fucking film, and I want to broadcast it. So it's finished. No, alors, let's find a way.
Sometimes I think they can destroy a documentary, because sometimes, not you obviously, but sometimes I screen some documentaries in this place, and the last time it happened 1 week ago, and we were 5 people. It's not exactly building an audience. It's a disaster. So probably not all films has the right to come to cinema.
So, not for sure, not all movies have the space to have a theatrical release, for sure this. But I think it's really a question of money, in the sense that why maybe cinemas can create an audience more than platforms, or because the investment of distributors in our case, investment that we put in the theatrical release is not the same that we could put in a platform release. Also because if we would could try the same amount of money for a platform release, who knows? But the thing is that the platform and the internet is even wider than reality. Is more complicated somehow. There are so many informations, movies, channels to communicate. It's a mess. Even more complicated to build a strategy, audience strategy on the platform, if you don't have the money. And the money, I don't know about the results, but in our experience with the TiVo, etc., it's peanuts compared to the old world, vintage world of the home video, etc. So how we cannot even try to experiment this. So cinema is still the way, in my opinion, to build the audience, because we can, if we invest, if the results in cinemas are good, we can recoup the money and also not become rich, because it's not the right way, but we can get some money, and then the platform arrives later, shorter in time, and so they benefit, or we benefit. We have also our small platform. We have like our website is also a platform. We can benefit of the strategy, of the theatrical strategy. So I think it's a question of.
Yeah, I agree. But Luigi, what happened when a film is not benefits from the previous release?
Yes, it's problem of money, but it depends on the films and the type of, because I think that of course a director and filmmakers want to the documentaries go to the cinema, screening in the cinema, but it's not just this way. We have other possibilities. You can do some event screening in the cinemas, and maybe after go outside the cinema, in the association center, community center, university, schools, and so on. And because we think that the documentaries, especially the independent documentaries, can live just if stay between people in the audience, talking about the story and confronting with the people, with the audience. If the question is it's okay to produce just for the platform, we are a platform, and we say no. Because maybe can work for the big platform, for the really big platform, Netflix or Prime Video and so on. But for us, it's like in an economic way, I say. For the independent cinema, if you go to the distribution and you don't have the budget, the cost cover in the production process, it's very difficult, because in the platform you don't have so much money in the independent platform. We are growing. We start in 2013 with 10 titles, and now we have a catalog of 700 films. So we are growing, our audience growing. We have a totally different model, because it's a free donation model. We have no fixed price. We suggest to donate €4 for a streaming, and can be 4, can be 1, can be 10, 20, it depends, because the question is about how you can support this story and these films, not just how I can pay to watch these films. And so this.
I'm trying to make a question to all of you, starting from you. I don't ask you how much you're paying documentaries, but I would love to know, in your opinion, personal opinion, not corporate opinion, what is for you the right price to acquire for a platform, actually? The value, the economic value of a documentary for a platform, a TV, or something like this.
We work on two sides. It's not the 90 minutes and then the TV hour, 52. And I say personally, we pay very well. We pay very well. Okay, we pay very well, and
So ask his business card after.
I think we pay very well. Rai puts not only the money, but sharing a part that start for the very beginning. So, personally, it's a lot of work, and I love it. But you know, you have your film on one of the public channel, and then, as you said, you have the chance to be in the big and fantastic place called Rai Play. And so I think Rai Play is the real place where you can find everything. And I love this platform is open, is for all, and you can really do your documentary or film or program playlist. So it's very important to have these two different channels. Yes, absolutely. And yes, I work with a documentary budget, and yes, I say the price is right. Okay.
Let's see if I'm more lucky on my right side. The right price.
You mean
For acquiring or selling, in your case for selling a documentary to a platform.
If I sell the documentary to Right Play, I ask a lot of money. I mean, I pretend a lot of money because Right Play is a free vote. So meaning the end of the story. And sometimes, no documentary actually my experience, but when we did in the past sale directly to Right Play, meaning first sale with no pay TV, no free TV, like first release on the platform, they paid well, but it's what it's a value. I mean, this means that I can't sell to any pay TV, any free TV, and also the TVOD is the end of the TVOD because who could pay now for? So it's I think they pay well, but they have to pay. That is something that I expect. The other platforms really depends on the conditions because we work a lot with movie, we work a lot with my movies, with other platforms. Depends on their requests. If of course they want the first release, exclusive, blah blah blah, they have to pay this exclusivity. If they are more flexible on the idea of non-exclusivity, you can do TVOD and EST at the same time. You can do this, you can do that. So the movie is not started and only available in your platform. You can be definitely more flexible and ask just for. And another important thing is also the idea of having a relationship package with your, because if one says that's like a sort of very cherry picking approach by selecting your catalog only one title. If they ask for 5, we can be more flexible. So it really depends on the kind of request.
I start with one thing. The film of Paolo Cortellesi, I would say very quickly, it's touched some social sensibility. It's the main reason of the success is the film itself, who is talking in that moment. It happened something bad in the same weeks, who had brought an attention on the feminism, on social and man violence. I mean, it was a context plus the film was very good in touching some sensibilities of our countries. But I think it's more interesting the other film that you were talking about. It's called La Grande Ambizione. Okay. Andrea Seger is a documentarist and not only a fiction film director. He made a film about a specific political period in Italy. Was a period in which the left party started to talk with the centrist Christian Democratic Party in the 70s.
There are already like 3 documentaries about Berlinguer. One of those we also released, Berlinguer, in the same period, and the success was good, but not as successful as the movie, of course, because also it had also a festival launch. I don't remember, but that was I don't remember which festival, but still, Berlinguer was helped a lot also by the festival launch. So I don't know how it was gonna work, but yeah, but I think there are some situations, yes, some cases. Yeah, we cannot learn so much about the exact special experience. I can give you like two examples that regards our distribution that were quite strange considering it from the abroad. For example, when we released the Young Karl Marx, no one even wanted it to buy it.
German film.
It's a German film. No, it was there lying, and no one had even noticed it. And so internationally, and so I think in Italy we released it first, or the first countries, and the result was very good. But we worked a lot. Probably the audience, even if it was, I don't remember many years ago, but could be the same as Burning Man somehow. So nostalgic persons, and it talked to older and young, because it was gives value the idea of struggle together. So it worked very well, and more than in Germany. So that's something special happening in our country. And also, we were talking, he told me not to mention it because it's a super success. It was so easy, but also no other land. No other land, how can you expect such a result? We are like 140,000 admissions, more than France. For once, and maybe more than everywhere in Europe and in the US.
Do you notice when Anastasia is talking about the successes of these films, she is pointing out on an idea of target, of audience. The work of a distributor is seeing a film and trying to imagine who will see this film. Please, I don't want to offend nobody here, but often directors and producers has no idea of their targets, of their audience. And when they are going to Fabio, to Luigi and say, I made this film, it was successful in this experimental film festival or even other festivals, I'm sure there are a lot of people that want to see it, and to say, okay, which kind of people? And this is, I don't know if you agree, but it's a suggestion that I give to.
With Kissing the Garbage, but also with the Milky Way in 2000, the wonderful year 2020. We do a tour in 2019 when we product the film, we shooting the film. 50 meeting in Italy for help the crowdfunding, the production of the film, and talk with the people about the story of the film, about the migration between Italy and France and the Alps and so on, and confronting with them.
I have a problem with Rai.
We're not alone.
Yeah, not alone. Can we have our microphone back? Thank you very much. Dari is co-producing. And it could happen that if you are co-producing, for example, a documentary, in the contract that you sign with the producer, there is an option that the film then has to come to your TV or to your platform. You are not just co-producing and then see what will happen. Do you think this is always an opportunity for the documentary, or sometimes it could be a problem because I have an agreement with you, and I cannot go to Anastasia or Netflix or what else because I'm in your environment?
Yes, but it's your choice. Now we do a doc production. In December we broadcast a big documentary about La Scala. We do the film with France Télévisions and two independent producers in France and in Italy. So we work very well, and I think it's it's the idea to work. It's documentary for France Television and RAI. So we can work together. We broadcast the film the day before the opening of La Scala. So it's the right way to work because I choose a project. I choose a project to broadcast. For me, it's very important to talk about you. I'm a little bit boring, but I'm like a Japanese soldier in a lonely island. So, because I start with my documentary, I don't know, 9:10, okay, on Friday. So it's like the last century. So imagine you call, oh, come here, turn off the light, turn off the phone, let's see the documentary. It's not like that reality. So for me, it's very important to have a clear strategy because I need to take the audience in that moment, and I know the audience is changing. 9 p.m. you are to the gym. You start your I don't know, your screening at midnight maybe. They are very changed the rules of the entertainment, specific in public television, journalist television. I have a day, I have a specific hour, and my goal is to reach a big audience. So for me, it's very important when I do co-production to be with a big company like France Television, involve independent companies, but the film is for me.
It's for you.
It's for me.
Again, your partner has to be in mind which audience or which viewing system it will be made for. And
Yes,
in this
but
case, it's,
yes, but this is not
TV.
local television.
Yeah.
You are on France Television, you are on RAI, you are on RAI Play, and you are on the digital platform for France Television. It's quite enough.
You were all talking about space. And that's interesting because there is not enough space for films or documentaries in a cinema. I mean, this cinema here on Saturday and Sunday, it's open at 11 in the morning, it's closing at midnight. So normally we can screen 6, 7, sometimes 8 films a day. And there is a problem of space. And in my experience as a programmer, the last months, I told some distributors that there are too many restored films, and that I have given to every masterpiece. I mean, it was Clockwork Orange, it was David Lynch. I said, okay, every restored film will have 2 screenings, not more. I mean, even if it's okay, even if I have a lot of audience, maximum 2 screens, I have no space. You have no space. You have a palinsesto, a programming in the TV, and sometimes your colleagues and bosses are saying, no, I don't give you the Friday evening. Obviously, you have the possibility of a platform with another way of seeing it. Anastasia have this problem with space because they are trying to sell, a product, a film, okay, to cinemas who are always answering, I have no space. I think it's not only a problem of overproducing. There are a lot of problems in this thing, but do you all think, and this is my last question, that people that are you working with, say producers, creatives, directors, are aware of this or not?
But when we receive proposals, I I don't think they know how difficult it is to find a cinema and cinemas in general. When we say yes to a movie, yes, we will distribute. The first thing, the first meeting, what are your expectations? We explain you very well the truth. So we do a sort of 1 hour learning to anyone. And so before closing the deal, not to not promising anything special. Very, very. Actually, I promise less than what I think could be, because I really want no disappointment. Everybody has to be very strong. It's like a battle, not against, but to conquer spaces. Now it's like they are aware from the first day. The team, my team, the person, of course, they are all aware. And internationally, yeah, when we buy, they are aware, because also elsewhere there are a lot of movies that are being released every week. So also in Europe, since there's often the same situation as in Italy, yeah? So very crowded weeks. And so more and more also abroad, the sales agents know, so they don't expect so many screenings, so they know. But as a distributor, it's true that I try always to remind that distribution is not only theatrical. That we have, especially in Italy, that's a problem, because sometimes they arrive and the only rights available for us is theatrical, not theatrical, because they've already closed a co-production with TVs, and so for us it's very complicated, because if we choose a movie and we have to recoup the cost, we have only the theatrical right. It's very complicated, very risky, very complicated. That's why also we release just few Italians. Just few is very small compared to the lineup. But in other cases, in the normal European cases, we always say, okay, that's we try to get space in cinemas, but also that space in the platforms and space in TV, because not often, and maybe I'm too optimistic today, but it happens that at the end we have the whole path, and maybe the results at box office are so-so, and then we got a good TV sale that somehow balanced the situation. So it's really depends. So space, it's depending on space, so all the possible channels at the end.
Even this little networking that we are doing this morning and yesterday, it's helping. So everybody knows each other, and there will be built new bridges. Margot, come here. It's your turn.